everyone, it's Alyssa and I am back with another cash envelope stuffing video. I'm sure you all noticed that last paycheck I did not put up a cash envelope stuffing video. I did film the first half. I did not ever end up filming the second half. The last 2 weeks have been pretty crazy, and if you have not seen my last video that would be uploaded on Sunday, go ahead and pause this video, check that one out. There's a big announcement, a couple big announcements actually, so that will explain why a couple things are different with this little setup. So I'm not going to mention, too much about that. If you want to see why car payment is gone and all of that, check out my last video. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this week's budget. So the cell phone is the same as always, $45 every 2 weeks to make up my $90 cell phone bill. Adobe Suites is $5. AMC A-List is $10. I paid for Spotify last paycheck, so I don't need to pay for that this paycheck. School savings needs to change. I was looking at my Capital One sinking fund account that I have for my school savings, and I realized that it's low. I don't know if I messed something up with my calculations, or I honestly just don't know what happened with that, but I need $987 more over the next 3 paychecks. That's how many paychecks I have left until my second term starts. So the amount that I put in here needs to change. So I already did the calculations, and 987 divided by 3 is 329. So that's how much I will put into school savings this paycheck. Main savings, that is new. So this used to be my debt snowball, but if you look at the last video, you will see that I am no longer paying off anything. So I'm hesitant to say the words debt-free, just in case I'm not able to find the car that I want in my budget, which I'm going to be pretty strict and most likely do that, but it doesn't feel official yet until I have a car paid for in my driveway. But I'm going to leave this blank until the end of our budget, like always. Gas. So I don't have a car right now, but I am borrowing other people's cars, and so I want to still have money for gas so I can fill up their tank as a little thank you for letting me use their car. Groceries is $60. Spending is $40 still. I pretty much for the last couple months have only been using my spending money to get my nails done. I used to do gel manicures and dip at home, and I just decided that I wanted to have really pretty nails again, and I like acrylics, so it's something that I have budgeted in, and I just have not really been spending money on anything else but that. So that is what I've been using my allowance for, which is my spending envelope. Clothing gets $20. I really want to go thrifting again. I haven't been in so long, so I think I might do that again soon. Let me know in the comments if you guys are interested at all in thrift haul videos. I've made a couple in the past, but it has been a long time, probably like a year. Toiletries gets $15 and medical gets $10. I went to the doctor's yesterday. They didn't charge me a copay, which I don't know if I'm going to get a bill for that, or if because I got a physical they aren't going to charge me. I don't know how that works. But car insurance, since I no longer have a car and it's the middle of the month, I don't know if I'm going to be having to pay the full amount for the month, or if it's going to be half of my usual amount, but I'm just going to set aside what would be my usual amount just in case. So that's $65. I don't want to get to the end of the month and have my mom say, hey, I need your full $130 payment for car insurance and I only have $65 set aside. That wouldn't be fun. So I'm going to put $65 aside. If I have extra, I can just stick it in the car maintenance envelope for when I do get a car, or save it for my car insurance payment for the next time when I have a car. So TJ's birthday, I'm gonna put $20. I have ramped that up just a little bit. Gifts gets $15. Christmas gets $20. Dogs, I'm gonna put $40. I have ramped that up too to also save for like vet visits. And then my brother's wedding gets 20. So let's go ahead and do the calculations to see what the total is so far so I can find out this number. Okay, so $365 for envelopes. I was wondering why that was almost the same amount as last paycheck, but that's because I only put 20 in for dogs on the last paycheck. But I did have the car maintenance, so I was wondering why they're so similar. So car maintenance is gone, but dogs I did increase this paycheck. I'm definitely going to be making an update video all about my dog and her situation that we're dealing with, because it definitely has to do with budgeting. When you have an animal, it's pretty much inevitable that someday you're going to have some sort of vet charges, but I just wasn't expecting it, especially what we're going through when my dog's only 4 years old. So it'll definitely be a lesson to everyone to save up, even if your dog is young, because you never know. Okay, so I can put $352 into my main savings this paycheck, so that's really exciting. I'm super excited to be moving on to different baby steps and start piling up money while I still live at home. And hopefully next year I'll have a lot of money saved for when TJ and I want to move out. Okay, so $741 is what needs to get transferred. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I just noticed when I went to go do my transfer that I never transferred over the money into my school savings envelope. So that is why it looks a little bit short. That's probably happened a couple of times, but I can change this number now to 263. So that's really nice. I will be able to put more into main savings now. Okay, so that changes this amount to 418. So sorry about that little mix up, but I'm glad that I figured out kind of what the problem was. I mean, I'm still contributing more to this than I was before. I was doing 198 before, but I'm glad that I don't have to put 329. I'll just do 263 for the next 3 paychecks. Okay, so that money has started transferring, and so now I'm going to do my little breakdown. So let me zoom you in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the breakdown of what I need for my envelopes. So gas gets 2 20s, groceries will get 3 20s. I like to do 20s instead of a 50 and a 10 just because it's a little bit easier to hand someone a 20 when I'm paying for something smaller than a 50. I just prefer it that way, but you can do it however you want. 2 20s for spending, 1 20 for clothing, a 10 and a 5 for toiletries, a 10 for medical. Car insurance gets a 50, a 10, and a 5. TJ's birthday gets a 20. Gifts gets a 10 and a 5. Christmas gets a 20. Dogs gets 2 20s. And my brother's wedding gets 120. So let me go ahead and tally that up. Okay, so that is 365. So we have 150, 13 20s, 4 10s, and 3 5s. So I'm gonna take a picture of that, and then I will be able to go to the bank and then do the envelope stuffing when I come back. Okay, so I am back with the cash. It's actually a couple of days later, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff my envelopes. So first things first, I will fill the ones that are in here. So this one is groceries, I believe, and I have a whole $1 left over from last time. So I'm gonna put 60 in here. Gas, I did take 20 the day that I went and got the cash and put it in the car that I've been driving. So 20 is remaining in gas. Spending gets 40. Clothing gets 20. And toiletries gets 15. Okay, so that is it for the ones that I keep in my wallet. And then, so car maintenance, I did not budget anything for that this paycheck because I did not have a car when I got paid, but now I have a car. So I will start this back up next paycheck, and I'll just have to figure out what I feel like the annual cost will be for this new car and divide that by 12, and that'll be the monthly amount that I want to put in here. So next paycheck I will go ahead and start contributing to that. And this envelope needs to be run through the laminator again. It is kind of coming apart from the paper, but that is pretty common as these get used. So I just need to run it through the laminator again and it will seal back up to the paper. Gifts gets 15. It is my little brother's 15th birthday in a couple of days, so I'll have to get him something. Car insurance does get 65. I did want to make sure to still be contributing to that even while I didn't have a car, and I did get a car that is a couple years older than the one that I had before, so hopefully it will be less to insure because it's, you know, technically worth less than the Civic was, so we will see about that. 40 for dogs. I do not know. Oh, this is Christmas. I just saw Spotify Premium on the back and I was like, what the heck? Okay, so 20 for Christmas. $20 for my brother's wedding. $20 for TJ's birthday. This one needs to be run through the laminator too. When I start making cash envelopes again, which will be soon, I will kind of freshen up my envelopes too. Maybe make myself some new ones. We'll see. And then $10 goes into medical. So that is it for this week's cash envelope stuffing. Thank you guys so much for watching these week after week, and I know you guys really enjoy these videos, so I will be happy to keep making them for you. If you missed my big announcement video, go ahead and watch the one that was uploaded right before this video so you can get the whole scoop on why I decided to sell my car and all of that good stuff. So I will also be making a video on how I sold my car and how I purchased my new car. So go ahead and check that video out in the future. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and have your notifications turned on so you won't miss when I post that video. But I will see you guys in the next video and have a good one. Bye.